Welcome to another edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Corey along with head coach Kirk Frederick, and obviously a very difficult week, but you knew going in that Norman North was going to be a very difficult team. Going down there, what worried you the most?
Well, I think that, we knew they were a good football team. It'd been a while since we'd traveled. It seems like every game had been really close by, after the Texas, and we didn't have to go very far. Having that type of travel, having to leave early in the afternoon and get there and being ready to play. I felt like our kids were prepared. We got beat by a good Norman North team, and it was a lot of things could have gone our way and it didn't. And full moon, whatever it is, but you got to hand it to Norman North. They did a great job. They prepared well, and everything that they did try to execute seemed like it worked. One of those nights, and it seemed like ours. Some of the times that we'd be hampered. We'd either have a penalty or we didn't execute as well as we needed to. Still had a chance at the end of the game, but when you turn the ball over that many times, and there's be a lot of games you'd sit right here and say, man, if we just could have. And I think we had an opportunity at the end. And so the silver lining is we get an opportunity to go back and say, hey, if you execute well, you've got a chance to win a tight ball game. And unfortunately, we weren't able to.
Let's take a look at some of the stats from this game. And, in the past, you've seen Union roll up some pretty impressive stuff. This is still pretty impressive, 399 yards of offense. But you look at some of the things like, obviously, penalties once again, Coach.
Yeah, penalties was a big one. You could say the stats were fairly even. I mean, if you look at them, the rushing was fairly even between the two teams. The passing, exactly the same. It's where those things took place. And then you look at penalties. And so somewhere in those 107 yards rushing, there might have been a 15-yard run that was called back. But you take 115 off of that 400 yards that we had, and you can see where you're going to lose a football game. And likewise, one thing that you were able to aid Norman North with was they had 4 more possessions than we had. And it's just very tough to win a football game when you give a good offense like they have 4 extra tries in that. And so, special teams let us down on some onside kicks. Offensively we had some mistakes. Defensively we had some mistakes. So it was a team deal that we need to go back and try to fix and fix very quickly, because we come up this Thursday and play another game.
People don't realize how important those hidden yards are. Penalty things like you talked about, getting those back. Those are the deciding factors in close games.
They really are. I mean, you can look at hidden yard. I mean, we had great punts. I mean, Spencer, again, had 2 punts for 42 yards apiece. And so those are hidden yards that you see in stats. And then, like you said, penalties are those other ones. And it's just hard to get momentum going when you have that. So we've got to be much more disciplined, and that'll be something we'll go back and talk about as we get back to practice.
When we come back on the Union Football Coaches Show, we'll take a look at the first half highlights of Union and Norman North.
So I work in production, and I help cover a lot of college football games. There's a ton of running and lots of travel all over the place. You might think I'd go with a mega bank for the convenience, but actually I just switched to TTCU. I could have signed up online, but I decided just to walk in, and I'm so glad I did. Just for opening a checking account, they gave me $50 and $50 to a local school. And now when I travel, it's like a little piece of home is always with me. It really is unbeatable.
No matter how you play, or work, or live, life sometimes throws you a curve. At Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, we help you get back to playing, working, and living your life. EOC, Tulsa's finest and most experienced provider of sports medicine care for over 30 years. Visit us at eoc.com.
We're back on the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey with the head coach, Kirk Frederick. Let's get right to the first half highlights of Union at Norman North. 2 big, powerful teams in this district, and it showed early on, Coach.
It was a good atmosphere, and 2 good football teams coming out to play, and it was an exciting time, and so we really appreciated all the people that came to travel and trying to come and support the Redskins. Started off early on, hit the tight end underneath Jordan Starks. Jordan Starks had a great game. You see him right there. What a great way to fit from a safety. Big play, tackles well in space, and then we lose leverage on a flare, which gets them out past the sticks. Fortunately for us, we're able to make them snap the football and not give up the big play. But you can see right now they come up with the big play action play, we lose coverage, lose leverage on the play, and they get down inside the 5. Not what you'd want to see out of an opening drive, but you can see our defense come up with a nice play there. Great job, Mitchell Lewis on the outside. And then unfortunately, they just get in their big package and kind of push their way into the end zone. I love the way our kids responded after a touchdown. Kyrie Fisher comes in, blocks the extra point. That's a sign of a team that's fighting hard when they're able to do that. Get the ball offensively, and you can see right away, trying to get the ball out to CJ. Thought Grady had a good game, did a nice job. Come back with AK on the outside. A little wildcat action with the Q sweep into the boundary. Picks up a first down. Trying to get the ball to the outside here, on some soft coverage. I thought that Norman did a great job all night of coming down hard on that short stuff. And love to see the play there. We get a nice pass to Kyrie Richardson for a touchdown. You can see Pat Fields coming in on an intermediate throw there. Does a really nice job of coverage, get good pressure by Spicer. It's good to have him back, and just good coverage down the field. Receiver catches the ball out of bounds. Got pressure again. You see our guys coming up. Quarterback is able to step up. Patrick Fields is there on, this was about a 3rd and 20. They try to run a wheel route, and Fields is there for the interception.
Feeling good about it right now?
Feeling really good about things. Again, one of their safeties or outside backers doing a great job coming down, making a play on AK. Try to come back with the boot play to the outside. We get it to Jared Nichols. Get about half of this back. I believe there was a penalty on this drive. And then just, unfortunately, just off the mark on that 3rd down to CJ. They throw a little short play underneath there. See Devin Crittenden on the tackle. Come back trying to run the football. I thought our defense did a nice job against the run most of the night. Come back with a boot play. We get pressure to it. And you can see our guys right there. Devin does a nice job of breaking up that play. Asa Carter with some great pressure underneath. You see Starks there. I think they gained a couple of yards there, but had to punt the ball away. Good block by Mario Rowland coming in. As Shamari gets the football there on the power play. Try to get outside on the stretch and unable to get that edge. Come back with the power again. You see Mario with the wrap, picking up 3 or 4 yards. Nice carry. Trying to get the ball outside. Shamari finds a little gap inside there, and love to see the way our guys continuing to battle.
Both teams are really struggling to run it, though. Both teams playing great defense there.
This is a 4th and about a foot, and we fumble the handoff. So I have a lot of confidence in our offensive line and our offense to pick it up. Unfortunately, they're unable to do it. So we give the ball back to Norman North in our territory, about the 45-yard line. Defense, sudden change situation, has got to step up. Raphael Williams with pressure off the edge, make the quarterback keep the football. He scrambles up the field for a little bit there as we head into the 2nd quarter. Devin does a great job on coverage. I mean, that's about as good as you can do. They take a shot there, and Devin Crittenden does a nice job on 4th down. So our defense bails the head coach out on that one.
Yeah, look at AK, Brett, making about 9 guys miss.
Here we are again. We got Courtney Holmes in. Courtney comes in for a couple of really nice carries underneath. Does a good job in a situation where Shamari had to come out with an equipment situation, and so proud of Courtney being ready to play when his number was called.
That's a nice catch.
Nice catch out to Jared Nichols. Does a really good job. Again, we're in a tight football game. Again, their safety comes down, makes a nice open field tackle on AK. Try to run a screen. Get the screen. We get some nice yardage out of the screen by Shamari. A lot of great extra effort. But again, they do a really good job of trying to keep him under their wing most of the night. CJ Moore just had a banner night, just a great job throwing a little hitch. He's pretty elusive as a big, tall receiver, a little bit more than what you might think. Get the ball to Jared again there after the first down by CJ. Jared's able to pick up some stuff on the boot. Again, Grady does a nice job delivering the football. Love the run and the carry there by Shamari going into the end zone. Carter Hooping Gardner Sr. there, seeing kids celebrate, it's just really nice to see that take place.
That right there makes you a better coach, doesn't it?
Without a doubt. Of course, it gets called back with a penalty. We get the ball right back to CJ. Love the determination out of our kids. Get a big momentum swing of a penalty, touchdown call back, and then we're able to just answer on the very next play. Raph Williams stringing it out there. Devin coming in. A lot of guys coming in, making nice play on the swing pass. Lose a little bit of leverage. Got good pressure there though by Devin Bajek, and I'll tell you, number 5 had a great night for them. Makes a great catch on the sideline. Big Lee Barnes makes a great stop there, as well as Spicer. They throw the hitch underneath. We missed that tackle, but our pursuit by our guys coming in really saved us on that play. Misfit the gap on that one. Defensive lineman getting out of the gap, and they're able to bust a run on us on the power play.
Well, they went deep a lot, didn't they?
They went deep a lot. There's great coverage on that one. Trey Brown actually came out of his coverage to tip that one away at the end. It was just a really nice play out of those guys. There's Starks again with great coverage underneath. I really felt like we took away the things we wanted to take away. With our defense, the things that they did best, we took away. But obviously, with the good offense, we weren't able to take away everything.
And they're throwing it on rhythm, so it's kind of hard to get to them.
Quarterback did a great job. Great play there, obviously by Asa Carter. Asa does a nice job on the quarterback. We see good coverage down the field by Trey. Trey trying to go for an interception there with a really nice job. Man, we blitz and we run into each other on the blitz. Just kind of one of the, like I said in the opening, just kind of one of those nights their quarterback does a nice job. Right before the half, they scored. Last thing you want to do, obviously, is give them another possession, and we just cannot handle the football, and we give it right back to them on an onside kick. They go right back to work very quickly, trying to obviously do what they can do to try to get another score before the half. And defense has been on the field quite a bit. Time possession, I think they had a 12-minute advantage on the night with those 4 extra possessions. Makes it really tough. Defense is doing a really good job. Raph there along with everybody else, really trying to make this interesting right before the half. You can see our guys continuing to battle in here, trying to keep them from converting the touchdown. And unfortunately, they've got a big, tall guy. That's a great play there. On a 6'7" receiver, knock the ball out. We just can't do it 2 times in a row. And the quarterback does a good job. They make a nice catch to take the lead right before the half. We tried to get a quick throw to the outside, tried to give us enough room for a Hail Mary at the end of the half. We set that up here, try to get the ball down the field. It's an east-west field, kind of a crazy wind that night. Started to pick up, stronger wind throughout the night. And we're just unable to convert there, and kind of feeling a little bit of a sting after that onside kick and giving up a lead that we had early on.
But you go to the half knowing there's just a couple of things to fix, and certainly it's not away from you or anything,
No.
so you just go make adjustments.
No, it's not. I mean, you feel like we know we're in a football game. We know that they've got a good team. They're making some plays. We need to make some adjustments on the tall kid, the ones that we can make. And offense, we've got to do a better job of finishing drives. And then obviously on special teams, we try to shore up with some of those things with the onside kick and do what we can.
Maybe bring a ladder for the tall guy. That's about all you can do. We'll come back into the second half highlights. Union and Norman North next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
What's so different about Arvest? Let's ask real customers.
I have the free business checking account.
They seem interested in making sure that your business is successful.
I'm in here probably 3 to 4 days a week.
They've helped me with lines of credit when I needed extra money for capital.
We didn't have to even come to the bank. He came to the warehouse.
I've got tons of locations in the small towns where we end up building stuff at.
I didn't think it was, it could ever be done, but when I come down here, it was done.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Hey man, you cut me off back there. What you gonna do about it? Oh man. Can you feel it? The taste of Coca-Cola. Well, the race all right, fine.
Are we
We're good.
Back again on the Union Football Coaches Show, along with head coach Kirk Frederick. I'm Rick Corey. Let's get to the second half highlights of Union and Norman North, because there's a lot to look at here, Coach.
There really is. And, you know, we try to shore up the onside kick, and they do a great job. The opening kickoff, they have 2 kickers in the game. We were prepared for it, but unfortunately we didn't execute well. And there's another possession we're able to give them that we weren't able to have. They go right back to work. Great play there by Pat Fields. We should have picked that one off. Does a great job cutting off the route, making it tough on them. They come in on a very short play there, trying to pick up a first down. Devin does a nice job there on the smoke screen, and we get him into a third down situation. And you see right there, Bajak does a great job at defensive end with a nice sack and does a super job to give us the ball back. Get the ball to Trey on a sweep, does an excellent job picking up about 12 yards. Unfortunately, we were called back on a penalty, so now we're back to 1st and 20. We're able to pick up another 10 yards there on the run to Shamari. Does a great job. Again, seeing the cut, getting up in the hole. Come back here, try to take a shot over the top off of that same play we had with Trey, and we're just right there, and CJ's unable to come up with the play. Try to throw a little flare pass to the outside. Do a good job of AK getting to the outside and picking up some nice yardage there using his feet. Throw the ball all the way across the field. CJ does a really nice job of picking that up. Unfortunately, not there. So Spencer Farquhar does a great job here, having the option there and picking up a first down. Does a really good job of picking that up. And that was a big momentum swing for us in the game to be able to get that yardage. Unfortunately, we got to go back and kick it after the holding penalty. So they get the ball and just kind of throw the ball up in the air. Pat Fields is there, but their big receiver is able to get it. We stripped the ball out, but he was called down. So we've got a first down that we've got to deal with on our end of the field. See Raper in there doing a good job. Thought Raper did a really nice job. Darius Thornton was out most of the game at linebacker. I thought that Nate came in and did an excellent job with that. Good job with the coverage down the field. We're called for defensive holding, which gives them a fresh set of downs. Our guys are scrambling around, fighting, doing everything they can to keep them out of the end zone. You can see a good pressure there on the screen. I thought our guys did a great job. There's Nate again on a really nice play on the screen. See pressure underneath. Corey Piercy's there with it. We've got guys all over the place, and Pat Fields is there, and so is Devin Crittenden, knock the ball away, throwing the ball into the end zone. This is on a 4th down play. Unfortunately, they just pick up just enough. I thought the receiver did a great job of picking up that first down. Gives them a fresh set, but our defense has got to find a way to make a play to keep them out of the end zone. Guys are still tackling, playing tough. See Devin making a great stop there, as well as the linebackers. Of course, you see Mitchell Lewis coming in, making a nice play. Great job by Nate Raper. I think he was one of the first guys to fit that gap inside there at linebacker. They come back, try to run a reverse pass, and we got a lot of pressure on them, and they're unable to perform that. So they're going to kick a field goal, and they're able to do that. And then I think we picked up a penalty on that field goal block as well. Something interiorly, I'm not real sure, but so they're able to get a kickoff with a 15-yard penalty. And our offense, now we're down by 10. We got to go to work. Good screen play, guys blocking, doing a really nice job. Elwood has a nice block to the outside, doing a great job of blocking on the screen. Going to take a shot down the field, and love that play. Kyrie Richardson's been battling really hard for the last couple of weeks. Comes up with a nice play for us there and a great throw by Grady. We go with the reverse pass. The guys execute it very well. And it's actually something we've practiced for a couple of years now. We get it called during the play, and AK comes up with a big momentum touchdown for us.
Back on defense.
Right back on defense. If we just got to have a great drive here or a great stop here to try to get the offense back, you can kind of feel some momentum turning there. and as we head into the fourth quarter. Got pressure coming from Mitchell Lewis, and there's that flare pass again, hit us early on in the first quarter. We lose leverage on it again, and they're able to pick up a first down. Defensive guys still battling tough. You can see great pressure coming in, and unfortunately we lose a little bit of leverage on coverage, and they're able to get into the end zone. So they answered our touchdown with one. So now we're back down to a 10-point game. We need to go to work, see what we can do to make it happen. You can see CJ there just does a tremendous job, yards after the catch. Thought Grady's doing a really nice job of making good decisions on that play. You can see our guys continuing to battle up front. Shamari getting nice yardage there. We get into a second and short play there, able to pick up a first down to CJ. You can see we're working with it here. We get the ball down the field on a little T middle. We're just off the fingertips there on Shamari. Come back across the field here trying to make a play on third down and unable to do that. So we give the ball back to their offense. Asa Carter with a great stop here. Good coverage down the field. The quarterback has to hold the ball, and defense is there for a big sack.
Really playing the run well.
Devin Bajek again making a really nice stop. Does a nice job with it. Come up with a lot of pressure here on third down, and our guys do a really good job of the pressure and coverage and forces them to punt the ball away. We've got Landon Woods been out, not able to play, so we've got a sophomore, Jack Sestock, in there. Does a great job fielding punts, and Jack does a good job of getting us some nice yardage. Love getting the ball to that guy right there. Does a great job. Again, pretty elusive for a big guy, and makes a lot of yards out of it. CJ Moore with a great play. Good wrap block there by Carter Hoopengardner. Get a great block by Brock Henry as well. And you can see right now our guys are smelling it. They're thinking, hey, let's get in the end zone. Let's get this game back under control like we had it in the first quarter. Shamari goes in for a nice score.
Got to be feeling good right back there.
Feeling good. You know, we get that score. Defense, we've got to step up and make them punt. We have throughout the game. Just don't give up something big. Make something happen. Try to get the ball back. You can see right there, guys coming in, making nice stops. Pat Fields is another one. They get on a 4th and short. And I think, you can point at several things during the game. They were able to convert on 3 of 4 of those situations on the night. And so hats off to them. They converted when they needed to. And we were 0 for 2 on 4th down, so we've just got to do a better job. Get them back into a manageable situation, and we get some great pressure there. Kyrie is there doing a nice job. We're able to get them to punt the ball away, and we even have one of their guys run into their punter. And so we've got everything we need right now to go get the game under control. Get a nice throw there to CJ. Going to run the football to the outside. We're down into getting close to the red zone anyway. And you can see right now we get a great call by Coach Ropke, and just not able to hang on to the handle there, throwing the ball there to AK. It's one of those, obviously, everybody'd love to have back, but let's go back to work on third down. We miss a block on the outside. We get it to a 4th and short. At the end of the game, we fumble again. So one of those nights it's really tough to kind of swallow and take, but we've got a lot to learn from it. Love the resiliency of our guys. We come right back out. Kyrie Fisher strips the ball away when they're trying to milk the clock, unable to do that. There's the nemesis of the night, number 5, Pat Fields covering, and they're able to ice the clock after they picked up that pass.
And AK will never drop that ball again. It'll never happen again.
There's a lot of those things, that guys will say, that's what I love about coaching this team. Hey, given that opportunity again, Coach, I'm going to make that play.
Yep. All right, so when we come back, we'll have a little bit of our up close and personal. Thanks to Vic for taking those pictures, and we'll talk about next week. It doesn't get a lot easier. That's next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Frontier Valley Conference. 10 schools. Broken Arrow, Bartlesville, Bixby, Bishop Kelly, Jinx, Muskogee, Owasso, Sand Springs, Sapulpa, Union. .22 sports, 509 state titles. Numbers don't lie. Frontier Valley Conference. Strength in numbers.
We're back on the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey and Kirk Frederick, the head coach of the Redskins. Let's get right to up close and personal. And thanks to Vic for taking, once again, some terrific pictures.
Yeah, we obviously Vic does an outstanding job, and the stadium seemed a little dark to me. I know during the game, and so I'm sure he's got those camera settings. But man, you love seeing Spicer back after an injury coming in there. Corey Piercy doing a great job. Guys showing off our black helmets there and black pants. So good uniform for our kids. Kids love to see that. Great protection there. Josh Cutshaw. You got Ricky Stromberg in there as well. Of course, Grady throwing the football. Raphael Williams, number 22, in there doing a great job. Looks like Jordan Kelly up top there on a big tackle on the tailback. There's Hooping Gardner there. That's a great play. And of course, Shamari looking for the cut. I don't know how he gets his buddy in that position, but just an outstanding tailback for us. There's Ricky again, a sophomore offensive tackle, just going to be something really special. Just an outstanding dominant player for us as a freshman. There's Lee Barnes, Asa Carter underneath. Big Lee, that's one of those big plays early on in the game. They tried to run stretch outside. Anytime you get two defensive linemen out there on stretch, that's pretty good. Yeah. There's CJ going up for a big catch. And again, just had an outstanding night. Really proud of the way that he played. You can see our guys in there. This is right before the half. I think this is the one we were successful knocking the ball out of his hands. Young man's going to Iowa State, 6'7" receiver, and he's as advertised. But our guys did a good job knocking the ball out. Asa Carter, big sack early on or late in the game, and then you see Kyrie Fisher here. What a great play on the tailback, coming off the edge under a blitz. Kyrie, outside linebacker for us, senior, did a really good job.
I just noticed how little that number 9 looks on Lee's stomach.
Yeah, not much there.
All right, it's not going to be any easier. Sophomore on a Thursday night. Anything special for Thursday?
Well, I tell you, for us Thursday, obviously we're out of school, so we'll get the kids out of bed. Mama Skins will be there like they every year, feeding them breakfast, getting our guys ready, and bounce back week. We got to play well against a very good sophomore football team.
Let's see if we can't get it done. We'll join you next week on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Throws over the middle, caught, first down, 40, at the inside the 40, 35, good move, goes inside of the 30 now, cuts inside of the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and spun down there